folks, it's Rick. Happy TeleTaco Tuesday, number 72. I got my old Degas Telecaster here. I'm going to throw down to a jam. It's going to be awesome. Some snow. What you doing? Hi. Ready to go? Come on, it's breakfast time. Let's go. Come on, Fred. It's breakfast time. Alright folks, here's what we're up to. I got a pan heating up on the stove. There's some chicken breast. And what we're going to do, we washed our hands. Everything is cool. Don't you guys worry. You know what? I know I'm slicing the chicken first. That's alright. We'll leave it in a little pile. You see I've got an egg in that bowl. Alright, so now I cut this piece of chicken into strips. Maybe a little too big. I'm going to beat this egg. Now some of you know that Rick, that's me, suffers from an intolerance to wheat and therefore had to use gluten-free breadcrumbs. And you see right here, this 4C makes good gluten-free breadcrumbs. They don't say that they're panko, but they behave like panko. I'm gonna spice up my breadcrumbs a little. So I've got a little bit of dried cilantro. That's good for breadcrumbs. I've got some ground cumin. That's good for anything that you want to taste Mexican. You don't need much, but I put a lot in. And I've got some granulated garlic. That's also excellent for your breadcrumbs. One other quick ingredient is just a little bit of sea salt. Just a little. Helps out with the flavor. So one other thing that I like to do is to season up my eggs a little bit. So if I'm making like a barbecue chicken, sometimes I'll put a barbecue sauce in my eggs. If I'm making Asian tasting chicken, sometimes I'll put an Asian sauce in my eggs. This time I'm going to put a little bit of green hot sauce in my eggs. I know it sounds crazy, but the taste is going to be wonderful. I can hear you already telling me how nasty this is. Wait till you see. To show what I got from my dear friend at guitaraudio.com. He gave me a Gretsch stool. Isn't that cool? I put it together. It's perfect height. He also gave me a Gretsch clock. That's awesome. Also, he gave me 2 Gretsch brandy snifter type beer glasses. Those are cool. There's Stuart here in the studio lounge. I buy a lot of stuff from guitaraudio.com. It's where I bought my Seymour Duncans. It's where I bought my Fender pickups. He sells a lot of good stuff. He sells a lot of Fender things, anything that's not an instrument or an amplifier. So if you needed to buy, say, a bridge or a tailpiece, or if you needed a loaded pick guard, he has those. He has humbucker single. They look really cool. Egg wash, and it's spiced up with some green hot sauce. It's not really that hot, that sauce. My pan is getting nice and hot, so that means when I put the oil in, it's almost going to be ready to go. One thing you don't want to do is put your chicken, when you have it breaded, you don't want to put it into a pan that's not quite hot enough. It'll wreak havoc on your breading, and it'll make your food quite greasy. Not really greasy, oily, because it'll absorb all of that oil. Whereas if the oil is nice and hot, it won't absorb as easily. Okay, so I put all that chicken in there. Mix around with my fingers. This is going to be tangy. You could do this in a bag if you want. You know, like the old shake and bake. You guys are going to be impressed by this, I'm telling you. Nobody even knows. Snowing to beat the band outside. It's crazy snow. I wanted to share this really good record. If you haven't heard this before, I recommend you listen to it. This was recorded in the early 60s, pre-65 I guess. It might have been a little bit later. It's called Hip Hug Her. It's by Booker T and the MGs. This is some very, very classic stuff. This is great. They do, well, the title track, Hip Hug Her, Soul Sanction. They do Get Ready, More, Double or Nothing, Carnaby Street, Slim Jenkins Joint, that's a great one, Pygmy, Groovin', Booker's Notion, and then they do a version of Sunny. It's really good stuff. I so much enjoy it. Alright, here's my frying pan. Super hot. Like I said, I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil in. Look what it did. It danced around immediately. Because it's hot. And watch. Already, it's ready to go. We're just going to throw this chicken in. Might run out of battery juice. Now you can serve this by itself, you know, because it's great chicken. It's going to have a little bit of a Mexican flair to it. Flair. You could put this on tortillas. You could put it on taco shells. You need some cheese for it. I have some cheddar. You don't want to flip it too early. I didn't use any flour. These breadcrumbs will come right off if you're not careful. But look at, I can tell you what, the smell is amazing. It smells really good. Now you see I didn't use a lot of oil. That's going to come back to bite me in the ass, because, I mean in the rear end, because that's not enough oil to cook. Now I hate what I just did. I hate it, but I think I have to. So let me just move stuff out the way. What I hope is that I pour in this oil and it gets hot enough before it reaches the chicken. I don't think it will. I think I'm doomed to have greasy chicken. Now look, you can spin it around on the plate. You can hear that sound it's making. That's telling you that it's getting a little crispy on the bottom. And you can see that the chicken is sweating a little bit. You can see a little bit of juice coming out of the top of the chicken. That's great. That's telling you you're getting a good cook, right? I'm just going to go through, make sure that everything is separated here. Everybody has nice access to the pan surface. You know, this is great. Okay. Now what am I going to put on these? I'm going to put cheese and sour cream on them. You could put lettuce on them, put onion on them. You could put peppers, sweet peppers, hot peppers. You could make a cabbage slaw and put it on. That'd be good. Okay, ready? I'm going to do a flip here. I don't know if it's going to be good. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that wasn't so great. That was not so good. So now I have to go through, manually flip these over. Now, if you're not used to putting your fingers in a pan, don't do it like I'm doing. Get yourself a utensil. But why dirty something? My fingers can take it. Other than that, yeah, we got our first big snow today. Took Fred out it, and he loves it. He loves to play in the snow. I've been thinking about gold foil pickups. That's what I've been thinking about. Gold foil pickups. So, I see them in my future. Here's my old trick. I always show this. Take my corn tortillas and I put them in paper towels. And then I just go under the sink real quick. Just enough to make the paper towels a little bit wet. 1 minute should do it. Fine. You don't want to microwave anything too long. Because what microwaves do is they find the water molecules and boil them. That means they go away. This tastes great. It means no salt, because I put salt in the breadcrumbs. I've got some Mexican style cheese blend. Sharp cheddar, Monterey Jack, asadero cheese, and queso blanco. Hey, that's good. I didn't even know. I thought this was just cheddar. The next part's real simple. I'm just going to put a little bit of sour cream on each of these. Look at how crispy that is. Oh, that's good. Okay. Side dishes for this. You could make a rice. You could just serve some tortilla chips with some salsa. Oh, yum, yum. Okay, we're going to put a couple pieces on the side for my dog. That's you. He's happy about that. He knows what I'm saying. Boom. Finishing touch is just a little bit more green hot sauce. I'll take this extra hot bottle down with me. All right, folks. Eating time, then Tele time. Peace to you. I hope you enjoy the jam. I hope you enjoy the tacos. And enjoy your day. Later on.